So today you're going to learn how to use an app called HowToUseHomeByMe to design your house or your classroom. So the first thing you need to do is to sign up. So the first time you do sign up, the times that you go in after that would be login. So once you hit sign up, you can sign up with Google. Takes a minute sometimes to find your account. And now you're in the app. Okay, yours is going to be blank because you don't have anything here yet. Mine has something there because I've created some projects. So to start a new project, you hit create a project. And this is your workspace. I'm going to close out of this tutorial because I'm going to show you what's in there. So when you start a new project, you need to give it a name. I'm going to call this one house. You're going to start with new construction because you're starting it from scratch. And you can choose house if you're doing the tiny house, other if you're doing the classroom project. I'll choose house for now. If you pick these different options, there's different options available, okay? You want to go fast, will help you make the rooms better. You still have all the options, but this would be the best one for our project. So we're going to click I want to go fast. Now you can choose the shape of a room. So I'll start with a square. You can choose a room type here to name it, or you can do that later. Okay, so I'm going to leave it for now. Well, I'll pick entertainment room and I'll hit create. You can adjust this now. So if you click on the ends, you'll see that you can make it the size you need to, okay, and that you have your measurements. One of the things you need to make sure is that it's in the correct measurement. Okay. So you see that you have two different views here. You have the 2D, which is flat, two-dimensional, and then the 3D. You'll probably be going between each of them because until you place things in the room, there's not much there. So 3D, I'll show you how that looks. Kind of shows you the floor, but nothing's there yet. Okay, it's still, there we go. It's got walls. It places the person, and you can move that based on where you want the view to be. So how you can look at it and get your view. Okay, I'm going to go back to 2D. If you go up and down on your scroll bar, you can scroll in and out, or you can do the same thing here. If you click here and drag, you can center and move it where you need to move. Here you can add walls, rooms, room separators. Okay, so if you want to add another room, and depending on the shape, maybe you want to make something with an angle. And maybe I'll place it here. You can have a ruler appear to have the measurements to help you to see where things are going. Okay, so if you want to, say, see how big that room is, we can plop the ruler there to start. And then it's saying, well, how far do you want to go? So if we look that's 8 feet right there. Okay, and you can close out of it to get rid of it. To add things into your room, you would click on here and you can do build. So you have, this is where you can actually build walls and furniture and decorate. So let's start with build. In build, you're going to find doors and windows, things for the main structure, staircases, okay, your heating, your plumbing, air conditioning, electricity, lighting. Furnish, where you can have some fun, where you can find different couches and beds and all the different things that you'll put inside your room. Okay, and you can also search for something. So if you're not sure where you would find it in which room, you can just search up here. Decorate is for paint colors and wallpaper. Okay, paint. And some of these other things may or may not apply. These are some other stuff that we're mostly going to stay with build, furnish, and decorate. I'm going to go back to build. To get out of this and to go back to your plan, you click here. Okay, so I need some windows in this house. So I'm going to go to build. And I'm going to look for windows. I'm just going to pick a simple window for now. You'll see that there's tons of different types of windows. So it depends what you want. Windows that open, windows that don't. I'm going to pick this simple window. So when I hover over and click, you add it to your project. And now it actually knows it has to go in one of these walls. You can place it where you want. So let's say I'm going to place it right there in the middle. Okay. If you want to make a second one, you can duplicate it. You can have another one, another area. You can always replace it with a different window. You can edit it so you can change the size. And if you decide you don't want it there at all, you can delete it. Once you've done that, if you click off, now your window is there. You can go to your 3D view. Takes a minute to load. And now you see your window. Okay, so you can actually move your person there to play with your views. Okay, if you want to see where the window looks from the outside, you can do that. And then turn and view what you need to view. If you click and drag, this is how you can change the angle of the house. So I have my thumb down on the keypad and I'm just dragging around. So maybe I want to see what that looks like from that view. Now I'm going to go back to 2D. And basically that's how you add many things. Let's go back and let's find a bed. I'm just going to pick this first one. I'm going to add it. And now with these, because it's not a window that has to go on a wall, you can place this anywhere. So let's say you place it there. Again, you can duplicate it. You can let's move it over to the middle. You can change it. So I'll click off it for a minute and now I'll click back on. If you want to rotate it, okay, you can change it. You can get rid of it altogether. And if you click on it again, this is how you would resize it. So maybe that's actually how you'd move it. Okay, these, when your cursor changes, that's how you can move it from different angles. Okay, and you will continue to add all of the things that you want. You'll notice in this program, we have floors. So this is the ground floor. Okay, you can add a floor or add a basement. So that's how you would do this here. And then you would need to click on, so let's add a floor. And that's the first floor. You can put in the ceiling height here. And once you're done, okay. When you click out, now you'll see room 1, room 2, you have more than one floor. So you need to be clicked on the floor that you're actually working on. So here is ground floor. We want to go back to the ground floor and edit. We would click there and then click out. You see our bed. If you go to the first floor, you see nothing's there. Okay. I'm going to go back to the ground floor and I'm going to do 3D so you can see that there's a second level now on the house. Okay, you need to adapt it, move it around to see. Okay, and actually at this moment I do not see it, so I'm going to pull the person out. And there's my second floor. Okay, so you need to maybe turn it around and put the person where you want to put them. Okay. You need to move them up or down, and you can adjust it that way. To take a screenshot of our home, this camera button right here, you can take a screenshot and you can take an image, a 360. So if I take a screenshot, you need to adjust this to fit it in because it has to fit into this circle or square. So you may need to adjust by zooming in or out here or scrolling to fit the whole thing in. Okay? And when you're ready, you take the screenshot. Screenshots are saved in the program. And it says 1. This is where you can go see your screenshots. And it's saved. I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to get out of the screenshot mode. And this is basically how you're going to add and build your home or your classroom. You can do things on the outside, right? Pick floor plans, rooms,